Welcome everybody, my name is Apple and this is
Snivy.
Ooh, this is a podcast where two friends with too much free time just talk about the things they love. Yeah, so this week's topic is musicals, especially Lin Manuel Miranda's. Did I say that name correctly?
Okay. So this week's episode of Too Much Free Time, we're gonna be talking about mainly Hamilton and In the Heights, who's both written by Lin Manuel Miranda. So these are very, very popular musicals. One was released back in 2008. The other one was back in 2015. And obviously the film version came out for Hamilton. The film came out around 2020 or 2021. During COVID, same thing with In the Heights as well.
For Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah, Hamilton. So Hamilton is available on Disney Plus, while In the Heights is available on HBO. Supposedly, you're the only
HBO.
one that bought that one, so I didn't.
Yeah. So, it's on HBO.
Yes, but both of us have watched and really did enjoy both of these musicals. So we will mention other musicals if it comes up as a discussion, but mainly I believe we can talk about just these two and we can talk about it for a long time. So hope you guys will enjoy this episode. Do give us a like because we're gonna get pretty deep into this, both into the songwriting and also the film adaptations, which are pretty good. If you haven't watched the films, go watch the fucking films, please. Alright, so getting into it, who the hell is Lin Manuel Miranda? If you don't know this name,
who is this dude?
I don't know where the hell were you. If you're in any knowledge of the musical scene, you should probably know this name because aside from just Hamilton and In the Heights, he has obviously for the past few years directed the Tick Tick Boom adaptation, the film adaptation, but he's also written songs for Disney movies like Moana and Encanto, for example. So a lot of those vocal tracks were really in his style, which currently is known for a mix of very varied styles of music, like let's say reggaeton or samba, those types of more Colombian, Puerto Rican or Latino type of style of music. Yeah, and mixing with hip hop and rap, which is amazing. So that's where they came from. But we'll start off by talking. So from my memory, Apple, you used to say that In the Heights, you prefer In the Heights over Hamilton. Is this still correct today?
In the back of the day, yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed In the Heights more than Hamilton, and it's more easier to watch back for me.
Really?
Personally,
Why?
because Hamilton is just so long for some reason.
Hamilton is long, but we'll get into Hamilton later. We'll start with In the Heights. But really, I'm curious, what makes In the Heights so rewatchable for you, aside from the length first?
And the music because I watched In the Heights, my second rewatch with my sister. We both quote In the Heights lyrics a lot compared to Hamilton, which I watched with her also. So maybe the relatability. I wasn't
You're not Latino, kid.
No,
but
not
I think
Latino,
Filipinos kind of vibe in a similar way in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but I also wasn't in the 19 somethings, you know. But I mean
1800s.
1800s.
Hamilton's setting is in the 1800s. Yeah. The founding fathers of America.
I wasn't a founding father.
Imagine being a founding father. You're not even a father. You're not even a guy. You literally couldn't go to war even if you wanted to.
Damn.
But yeah, from my point of view, I actually prefer Hamilton over In the Heights. Now we can get into that later. So that's why we're gonna start off with In the Heights. Now In the Heights, for those of you who don't know the actual story behind the writing and the making of In the Heights, the original version came out in 2008, which the initial influence on how he came into loving musicals as a genre or as a style of presenting came from his family. Actually, his family really enjoyed listening to musicals and also Latino music, those types of genres. So from young, he has been influenced by his family to really love musicals. And when he was pretty young. He obviously made some musicals when he was high school, and then decided to learn and study the art of making musicals, and also hip hop and R&B, surprisingly, which is pretty interesting. And eventually, like a famous musical writer slash director, Stephen Sondheim found him, became a mentor, and when he went to study in university for musicals, he pretty much had him by his side to guide him along the way. So Stephen Sondheim, if you guys also don't notice, he was also mentioned and casted in Tick Tick Boom as one of Jonathan Larson's major like influences as well. Yeah, so interestingly, Jonathan Larson is also one of the most major influences to Lin Manuel Miranda, kicking off his writing and composing career for musicals as well. So when he first watched, when he was like in his teens to like college, supposedly I heard this story like in one of those making ofs, where he brought his girlfriend to a Rent, the musical for Rent live, and he was so influenced that he started writing. So I was like, that's very interesting. So In the Heights took him like about 10 years to write, which is crazy. Based on this newsletter that I'm reading, is like he wrote his first draft of the In the Heights musical back in 1999 when I was fucking born. Crazy. Washington Heights is the setting in the Heights, based on an actual like Manhattan district, right? Which is pretty interesting. They actually filmed a lot of the sets and scenes in the place itself for the film, and also the original advertisement for the 2008 musical launch. Very, very fun. Right. So a little bit more on the details. It was just that In the Heights was a crazy phenomena back when it released back in 2008. So for those people, I feel like it really did resonate with many of the people in that district, for one. Second one is a lot of the music was very, very inspired by Latino-based music like reggaeton, like salsa and stuff like that, where a lot of people in those cultures really engaged and really loved the freaking music of the show. Of course, the rapping mixed with the salsa and everything was extra. The freaking topping is so good, man. So we'll get into other details of Lin Manuel later, but let's talk about In the Heights itself. So just beware, we will be talking some spoilers. In the Heights has released for about 2 years at this point, and also Hamilton, the musical. The film has come out in 2020, so 3 years, and both of these are like really, really old school at this point, like at least 10 years old to 20 years old. Okay, maybe not now. 15 years old musicals. So for those of you who haven't listened to any of the songs or even watched anything yet, go check it out. HBO Max, freaking Disney Plus, and also every song is available for the studio versions on like Spotify or YouTube Music as well. I mainly listen to on YouTube Music. So just these past few days, I've been listening to a lot of like In the Heights and also Hamilton, both the original versions for the In the Heights and the new film recovers based on the newer cast. So let's talk about the movie, mainly because the movie is both visual and audio. We can talk about it more, but there is some exclusive content from the original musical version that we will get into later. So let's talk about In the Heights, the film. First track from the film, In the Heights, titular title.
Yeah, In the Heights.
It's a really long song, let's be fair. It's like 7 minutes long, but it literally is the summary of the whole entire setting, what these people are, what they do, the routine they have. Washington Heights is a really, really good setup for the whole film. It's like, In the Heights, I kiss my friend. It's very, very respectful for their own culture as well. And the music is so freaking good. They start off with this the clave sound like ta 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 ta, right? That freaking beat. They started off and then like and then the rap. In the film it's Snivy is the main character. Casted and acted by Anthony Ramos. Yeah, so it starts like lights up on Washington Heights. It's you know the lyrics. Just listen to the lyrics, please. I know you know. So what about this particular track do you like, Apple? Because In the Heights is fucking really, really fun to sing as well.
Yeah, it's so like boppin'.
So boppin'. What is
It's
this,
so
2000,
boppin'.
early 2000s fucking phrasing? Okay, in the heights, let's go a little bit of detail.
Yeah.
So just talking about the first track alone, the production took a lot of effort because there were set pieces like where the whole fucking town was dancing at the sidewalks. For one, that was a very crazy shot. And two, there's a lot of moments where they transition between characters very naturally. So like we start off with Usnavi opening up his bodega,
yeah.
right? Starting off with opening his bodega while Rituyash narrating the lyrics and the song, narrating his actual actions. So like he opens it up in the crack of dawn, and then he literally makes coffee for people who come in before work, which is very interesting culture. The song really sells the culture and the routines of the people in the heights. Titular title. Haha. So like let's say, because it's very referential of the location itself, so Lin actually really made a lot of great writing choices into like referencing, like one of the shots was like him guiding like a few people who don't know where the streets are to like, okay, so here's where you go, this is A street, this is B street, whatever the heck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a part of the lyric as
Snivy.
well. And then like a lot of people who are gonna be central to the story later, like the salon ladies, obviously the love interest, Nina's not there yet, Benny was there, the cousin was there.
Yeah.
Most of the characters that are significant
Nina's dad.
are all introduced during the first part. Like also Abuela is also there. So they actually have a lot of good leitmotifs. Leitmotifs are basically like recurring musical references. Like let's say Paciencia y Fe is something the Abuela sings during In the Heights, which comes back in an actual song as a whole song.
Oh yeah.
Later. And also like in the film, obviously Benny's gonna have a reference later, but not exactly in terms of the song, but obviously his recurring themes of the best buddy to Usnavi in a sense, and also he in his next song will be him talking about his developing his desire to be in a romance with his love interest later. Also establishing the salon ladies, the love interest, I forgot the name of her already.
Who?
The one who wants to be a fashion designer.
Vanessa. Yeah.
Yeah, so Vanessa is actually I think they casted everyone really well in the film version.
Yeah.
I don't know the film version's like the actor's name. It's too bad. I only know Anthony Ramos. But the Vanessa in the film is both, you can understandably see why Usnavi likes her, and you can actually visualize a lot of the ambitions of the people here. So that I think the main thing that In the Heights also does well, the song, is establishes, and the film also as a whole establishes a lot of their desires and ambitions, who they are and what they want to do. So let's say like Nina's dad is very excited for Nina to come back because he hasn't seen him in a while, send him off to college. He's struggling a little bit in terms of like financing the store, and then wanting to finance the college funds and everything, the tuition, right? And then with the salon ladies wanting to change something up. Obviously, they set the tone for the salon ladies on like the people around here are like talking about gossiping about somebody who's doing who and why and everything. So you might be for the audience, you might feel like I'm going everywhere because this song has so many hidden details you can gush about. Like also with Sunny being like the cousin of Usnavi, who has a lot of dreams, has a lot of as ambitions as the youngest one in the main cast, and his perspective often is different than most of the people who have already learned to struggle and already has accepted their standing in where they are. With how Usnavi is like, his bodega is inherited by his family. He's struggling to pay back a lot of the debts, but he's trying his best, living his way in at the bodega while hoping to bring Abuela and Sunny back to Puerto Rico to live a life there.
There's also like one of the things like that's happening in like the film that they're talking about is like how living in the Heights is getting more expensive, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
what?
One of the lyrics from 96,000, a song we'll talk about later, is that...
That's why the salon ladies wanted to move
Ah,
their
yeah,
location. Yeah.
Because all of the prices are going higher. A lot of more higher
White
income
people are
people are
coming back
coming in
in.
and basically taking over. So once lyrics that Sunny mentioned was gentrification, which is like a lot of new developments who came in, who kind of low-key uproot the original people who are already living there. So like rent is getting more expensive, bills are getting harder to pay. A lot of people are getting... It's just harder to earn a living and pay back.
Yes.
Right. So that's also a plot point that they get into with the film and the original musical. So In the Heights, really good song, summarizes the whole freaking plot. Watch it. It's on YouTube, as Apple mentioned. Just
Yeah,
watch it.
the
It's
first
literally
8 minutes,
available,
yeah.
the whole freaking thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, a whole 7 minutes of song. Amazing. Go check it out. And the next
Yeah.
major song, the film and the musical here diverges a bit. Where the original musical starts with Breathe by Nina, but the
Oh, yeah.
film decides to start with Benny's Dispatch. Because Benny's
yeah.
Dispatch leads into Nina coming back home. First thing she wanted to do was come back to the
Benny on the dispatch.
yeah, the taxi dispatch there, and then only Nina is like, okay, now I'm thinking of my town, how I disappointed them with Breathe, you know. So Benny's Dispatch is really fun song, and it sets up Benny as a character where he believes he's pretty much the MVP of the workplace, right? His workplace.
Oh yeah.
Like I do a lot of work. I'm pretty much the guy who's not earning a lot, but I do a lot to earn my place. And Benny obviously is also the love interest to Nina, which is the store owner's daughter, right? Kevin,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
Kevin's
yeah.
the name of the father, right?
The guy's name?
Yeah, I forgot the name, but his the father's
Yeah,
name.
Kevin Rosario.
Kevin Rosario, yeah. And
Yeah,
in the original musical as well, in the film, Kevin, sorry, I keep fucking saying the name. Kevin is a single father raising his daughter. In the musical, he actually has a wife that's alive and has a song that's not in the film itself. Now, the film, understandably, has time limit compared to a musical, which a musical is like written to be as long as it needs to be. And sometimes like people just want to indulge writing a little more. Right? But in the film, they literally have a limit. The film is like around 2 hours. It's a decent length, to be fair. And the cinematography is fucking beautiful. It's amazing. Like Benny's Dispatch does really good job of selling that Benny really wants Nina and wants to prop her up back because she obviously is kind of disheartened right now based on her studies. And Benny was always there to support her, obviously as both somebody he wants to be with, and he kind of shows how quote unquote thirsty he is towards Nina in the song. Yeah. We get it. Okay, we get it. But it's kind of funny how the characters in the store was like, you're so into her type of fucking like comment. I forgot the actual comment, but yeah. And then leading up there is like Breathe, which Nina is a very high performing student, both in her high school and when she was in grade school, where her father is really proud of her. The whole town, Washington Heights, is very proud of her. She's like the kid everybody rooting for. You will make it someday, you know. You're pretty much the kid. You'll pop off, let them know who we are from Washington Heights. Oh my god, that's Nina from Washington Heights. We're his friends, you know, type of vibe. But Nina has went through a lot of turmoil in college, both racist turmoil and also struggles in the academics, right? So she really does sell how she's very disheartened, both to let her father know the circumstance and everything in this song. It's a very well written song. What do you think about it? I think this song might hit you a little more. I don't know how you feel about this song.
I mean, it's a good song. Like what during the song, she's like reminiscing about the neighborhood and stuff, right? And it hits. And then like all the neighbors and like the ensemble is like singing the background also. It's like it's a pretty beautiful song, and
I don't know if you know, there was a cameo of Lin's actual parents in that track. In Breathe.
Really?
Yeah, they were actually in
I'm
the
looking at the
movie.
music video right now.
Yeah. Like the original song when they're like, "Welcome home," that part was actually the parents.
Yeah?
From what I remember.
Oh.
Those two are the parents of Lin. From what I remember lah, right? If somebody can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. And after Breathe, obviously they had a discussion between Nina and her father, Kevin, about her wanting to drop out, saying that he's late for payments for her college or university, whichever one. And basically low-key trying to convince him to let her drop out because she doesn't want to go back. I completely understand as a dropout student. But again,
I'm
as a father, you really want them to keep going because he still hasn't understand why she doesn't want to go back yet. Right?
Yeah.
She did try to explain about how they treated her differently, but Kevin just couldn't accept it, and then literally gets up from the table. Is like, no, I cannot deal with this. I need to talk to the guy to make the payment right now. And then leads up to the next track. Next track is No Me Diga, you know. So here Nina goes to the salon to catch up with her old friends. Obviously Vanessa's one of her old friends, and also the salon lady is checking out, getting her hair done and everything. In the film, it's so well done. The set, right? The freaking mannequins in the background move.
The mannequins move.
Yeah, and then all the people are like tapping with the beat. It's like everything. Their nails are all done. They're tapping with the beat. It's like No Me Diga. It's like everybody's like, No Me Diga is basically a song about all the gossip around town, where all the people in the salon are talking about them, like who's doing who and why and blah blah blah. And then it's like making a joke when Nina comes in and like Vanessa. Obviously, the salon, I forgot the names of the salon lady, but the main one, the owner of the shop, was like, "Dude, Snivy had sex with Yolanda," and then tried to rile up Vanessa, you know? And it's like, Vanessa's like, "What? No way!" It's so funny. And then like, the second one is trying to rile up Nina about, have you heard Benny's taxi limousine is massive, you know, quote unquote, his PP, right? And then like her partner in her business partner, or like her employee, I don't know her exact position in the shop, but
Carla
was like, I don't understand. I hope he at least cleans that limousine. Like, what? Nina, seriously, we knew you need. Yeah, so it's like really fucking good. So they went into oh, we believe you can do it, man. You're the one that will get out of here and make a name. And then she tells them, I dropped out. They're like, oh shit. What happened? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So it's like really fucking. It's a really fun song. It's actually really well filmed and well staged. In the Heights is fucking amazing. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, this was actually directed by the person who directed Crazy Rich Asians.
John M. Chu.
Yeah, John M. Chu. So really, it's really well done. The film cinematography is fucking amazing. I'm gonna just keep fanboying about this fucking
The cast
show.
also.
The cast is really well casted, yeah.
The three main salon ladies, Carla, Daniela, and Kuka. Like Daniela, she's from Rent, you know?
Yeah.
She was the original actor for Rent.
Danny, like Ruben Vega or something like that. No, I forgot the name.
Yeah, Daphne Ruben Vega.
You know,
and,
one thing
Carla.
about Carla, right, is
she's
acted by the person who acted. Is Stephanie
Brooklyn
Beatrice.
Nine-Nine. Yeah.
Stephanie Beatrice also acted as the main character in Encanto.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the character from Encanto.
Mirabelle.
Yeah, Mirabelle. Yeah, so Stephanie Beatrice was really excited to work with Daphne before they were officially casted. So it's like, oh my god, I get to work with the Daphne Ruben Vega. It's like, oh my god. Also, Kuka is actually a film exclusive character. She was not in the original musical. She added her in as this extra kind of like
kind of like dumb.
Kind of
A
this.
bit dumb.
No, she's
Yeah.
not dumb. She's just the
Clueless.
thought,
Wait, no, not
quote
clueless.
unquote thought of the fucking
Thought. Yeah.
quote unquote like, right? She just vibes in that way. It's like she flirts with you, kind of hot and sexy, but she can't say much. In the film, actually,
When
she
I
doesn't say
saw-
too much.
Yeah, but when I saw her in the film, I immediately recognized her because she was in Orange in the New Black.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
so it's a very well-rounded cast.
She freaking in the Heights, the track. She was like, like what the fuck? That was exclusive to the film, guys. That was very funny.
Oh
The
my
salon
God.
ladies, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so keeping to the same setting where in the salon, Vanessa works in the salon as like a part-timer or a full-timer, whichever
yeah.
one, right? While she's trying to make a career in her fashion design. So here comes her own original track here. It Won't Be Long Now. Now, It Won't Be Long Now is
Won't
talking
Be
about her
Long.
dreams
Okay.
and also like her struggles of trying to find a place to stay. She wants to get out of Washington Heights. She wants to get out of this place because she wants a fresh start. She wants a new setting to achieve her dreams, which is become a fashion designer. And at this current point in the story, she actually was earning money to try and pay rent for this new place downtown, right? Which is why she's working here in the salon. Salon doesn't pay too well, but she can do enough to try and pay. But the bad thing is that in the film it shows, I think it shows more detail than the musical itself, from what I know, because the musical is not available anywhere on like online platforms. But
It's really old.
yeah, but there are like high school musicals that they act up in the Heights, so I can watch that. But it's not the same, right? Not the same as like Lin Manuel playing Snivy and guys, you know. Very funny. So in It Won't Be Long Now, the whole song is her character theme of like, it won't be long now till I can move out of this place. I can move up in the world. And it hits her hard because no matter how much she dreams, she's still stuck here because she literally, in the end, couldn't buy the house because somebody else can actually pay properly. She has all the documents. She's properly
She's white.
covered. She is white. Yeah, that is the struggle
Yeah.
of a Latino or like a non-white person in America. It really hits. And then obviously the B story during this song was freaking Snivy is like, oh my god, who's that? Don't catch me, I'm too hot. It's like, yeah, I got a date, let's fucking go. Sunny freaking MVP got him a date with Vanessa. So like, let's go, you got some schmutz on your shirt, wipe this off, motherfucker. There's a line in the original musical version that's different from this one, the film version, where it's like, you got some schmutz on your face. That's the film. That's the musical version. So she
Like, it's
literally
on the
sings
shirt,
out
isn't
the
it?
shit. No, it was on his face. So it was very funny. But
No, but in the movie it was in the on
I
the
know
shirt,
I'm talking
isn't
about
it?
the original musical
yeah,
where
yeah.
this line came in, right?
Oh.
In the film, that point where she noticed he had something on his shirt, it wasn't sung. It was told, not sung, right? In the film version.
Oh.
And then after Sunny was like, my cousin wants to invite you on something, you know? And it's like, can he dance? He can't really dance, but yeah, he wants to go, something like that. And then it's like, let's go. That is also a leitmotif where I don't know the actual translation of the word, but it's pretty much whenever something gets like, you know, something, the ship is actually sailing. They always say that, right?
Oh.
And so like the same thing will happen later in the Carnival song where they were like, oh, you Benny and Nina in the tree kissing, KISSING type of vibe.
Yeah.
Right? They say the line as
They
well.
ship in.
Yeah, obviously me and Apple do not speak Espanol or like any of those Colombian language, so
Sadly.
take our comments with a grain of salt, alright? But the next song is also available on YouTube, 96,000. This is a
this
fucking
like in the
amazing
middle
track.
of the movie already, isn't it?
It's not the middle yet.
The song?
It's quite early in the film actually.
Really?
Yeah, because let's say just based on the album, the middle would be like the blackout. The blackout is the main middle.
Oh.
the blackout. The club part is the middle of the film. 96,000 actually is still in the first act, actually. So the first act ends after 96,000, and then the second act starts with Piragua, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so 96,000, it's... Okay, so Usnavi
Very
in his
cheery
bodega
song
also sells lottery tickets. So 96,000 is when they got a call right before they wanted to go to the pool in this hot summer heat. Sunny took the call and is like, yo, somebody in our Washington Heights won the ticket. And how much is the earnings? 96,000. Damn. Everybody's like, damn. So the original inspiration of how they wrote the song was during the part where they're walking to the pool, right? They're like thinking off the top of their heads of lyrics. It's like, I know I wouldn't bother going on no spending spree. It's like I'm thinking of the lyrics on the spot. So it's like, yeah, so that's the vibe. And then he's like, you're gonna get hot and heavy and you're already sweaty, yo. That's the artist, the spray can guy. I forgot his actual character name, not the actor name. The character. It's an actual recurring character.
The spray paint guy.
Yeah. He has an actual name one.
Pete.
Yeah, Pete is
Pete something.
Something Pete lah, right?
Yeah,
in the musical versus the film, Pete is used differently. Pete is actually very symbolic in the musical. In the film, he has meaning but not the same. So for those of you who listen to the original musical, watch the musical, we'll get a different impression of like whatever his name now, right? Oh yeah, it's a very bad adjective. I forgot the name. It's like basically talking about him looking like a punk or something. So Pete, right, in the musical will have a different connotation than he will in the film. In the film, he's pretty much Sunny's friend, a good boy that just likes to fucking vandalize shit with meaning, right? He makes his art. But in the musical, he was treated like a pest. Whereas don't spray it on my wall or whatever. You know, in the first shot in the musical, Pete was actually spray painting the bodega's gates.
Oh, yeah.
So Usnavi was the starting shot of Usnavi in the musical was like, yo, that's my gate. Shoo him off. And then only start singing, it's like, and then it's like lights up on Washington Heights. Like, yeah, so it's like that's how it worked in the musical. He was a pest. In the film, he's not so much of a pest, but he is kind of like a nuisance. He did try to steal from the fucking bodega.
Oh yeah.
He did. He was like, yo, who's working at the shop? You know, there's one cut where it was like that, right? It's like, yo, Pete, put it back now. So 96,000 is the big song where everybody was singing what they would do if they got this 96K, right? So like for Usnavi, he would definitely pay his pay off his debts and then bring Abuela and Sunny to Puerto Rico. Or if he doesn't bring Sunny, he would literally give Sunny the bodega, let him run the business, and live his life in Puerto Rico. For Vanessa, obviously, if she wants to get the thing, her dream is consistent. She wants to get out of Washington Heights, make a career and stuff like that.
If I get 90, yeah.
If I win the lottery, you'll never see me again. God damn. Yo, we only joking. Stay broke.
Yeah, her part is so...
It's so fucking funny.
Dramatic.
So, Benny was also like, if I get 96,000, I won't
For real though.
You won't be my friends, bro. I will be in a business school. Yeah, so he wants to go to a business school and become richer than Nina's daddy. Tiger Woods and I on the links that he's my caddy. In the original musical version, it was Donald Trump and I on the links that he's my caddy.
What?
Yeah, because at the time when the song was written, Donald Trump was not a controversial figure yet. He was known as the rich guy. So they changed it to Tiger Woods, which also makes more sense also lah, right? Tiger Woods is a golfer, makes sense. So 96,000 also has I was just thinking, like, Pete would be like, oh, that's a lot of spray cans. He wants to buy all the spray cans and paint more art. While Sunny thinking bigger, Sunny is like, I want to give the whole barrio computers and wireless web browsing. And then it's like, I want to change the place because gentrification happens and a lot of things.
Good education.
He wants to I want to give the city, a good education, change the station. What do we do about gentrification? He also talks about the racism. Racism in this nation is latent to blatant. So his lines actually mean a lot to how the new is still relevant to this day. With the Black Lives Matters movement and everything, it still fucking counts. The minority races still have a problem to fend off. But yeah, and then 96,000 is also like the precursor to how a song in Hamilton is written. In Hamilton, before the second act starts, there was a song where everyone was singing, right? No. What comes in non-stop.
Oh, I love non-stop. Okay.
Yeah, non-stop is using this specific writing method where many different melodies overlap on top of each other to create this somehow not fucking crazy but melodically engaging song. Non-stop and also 96,000, because 96,000's climax, it was like everybody was singing the part where they sang when they were singing their solo. It's like everybody has a line in that song, but there was like 7 fucking people singing at the same goddamn time, and somehow it's not fucking crazy. Non-stop does the same thing, and he leveled up that concept again in non-stop. So I actually watched a video essay on YouTube about this writing method before. I will tell you when I will write it down when non-stop comes into discussion. But
then it also happened in like that type of style. Then it also happened in Encanto.
Yes, so he used it again in Encanto, which is amazing as well.
We don't talk about Bruno, the end part, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno has everybody singing at the same time.
That's
so that
cool.
one was amazing. So again, writing like this is hard, but the fact that you can says a lot about like Lin, which he's fucking amazing.
Like it's not that chaotic.
Yeah, the fact that you can manage to blend everything all into one is amazing. Right. So
the next song?
So the next song in the playlist is Piragua, which is a very funny song.
Yeah.
Now in the film, Piragua is actually a cameo acted by Lin Manuel himself.
Lin Manuel, yeah.
And the freaking ice cream truck, I forgot the name of the freaking, based on the song.
Mr. Frosty.
Is it Frosty?
The guy with the ice cream truck?
Mr. Frosty's trying to put me down. I'm not sure if it's Frosty.
I only know his name as that.
Yeah. So Christopher, I forgot the actual actor's name, but Chris, right, is actually a really old friend to Lin, and he acts as Mr. Frosty, the ice cream truck guy. So a piragua is basically the Espanol, I assume, right? Is the Espanol term for a freaking like shaved ice seller, a vendor, right? Piragua is basically shaved ice. So in the film, it's acted as by Lin. In the original, it was sung by a different guy, but it was really good. I think the original version of Piragua is technically better because most people understand that Lin doesn't have the best singing, but it's pretty okay. Alright? He's pretty okay. But the original singer was better. Objectively speaking. Go listen to the original version.
Yeah.
But Piragua is a very fun song about how even the fucking Piragua guy is struggling in the fucking heights. Where in this hot day, he's fucking being overcompeted out, like being pushed out by this fucking capitalist system, which is like, this guy is having ice cream fucking truck. How is this guy gonna win? So Piragua is like, I have these types of Piragua, and the whole song was about like the Piragua guy fucking flexing that this town is mine, Piragua. He's a menace in the freaking video where he goes into the bus, sings in through the bus. He bangs the fucking like window of the freaking ice cream truck and everything. He's like The freaking
Yeah.
ice cream truck guy is like throw from tissue papers. Hey, fuck off! Don't be here! Get the fuck out of here! It's so fucking funny,
He's a
man.
menace.
Yeah, he's a menace. But you get it, like everybody in the city, Washington Heights, has their story. They may not be the main guys. They have a story. Everybody struggles in their own way. So Piraga kicks off the second act to obviously we got Leslie Grace and Corey Hawkins, Benny and Nina singing When You're Home. So during this point was where Nina wanted to reminisce of why she loves it here and what her goals are in actual life, where she was starting to doubt herself. And then Benny was really trying to reassure her, we all believe in you, we love you, we all want you to become better. Hey, this is your home, you know. It's like, when you're home, the street's a little kinder when you're home. But Nina just doesn't want to hear it because she believes she has disappointed everybody for the fact that she wants to drop out, right? She remembers back in the day when her whole world was just the subway map. And then she always hangs out at the fire escape. In my place, there's no 9-3 now, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So the whole song in the film was really well choreographed, where everybody was vibing in the park, where they were like dancing and everything. It's so fucking cool. And then she also sees a quote unquote a hallucination, a mirage of herself when she was younger. How she interacted with everybody, how she was a bright-eyed kid, wanting to become anything, you know. I believe this was the song where we also see her in the past with her father. I don't know if it's this song specifically, or was it When the Sun Goes Down, where she remembers how she and her father, I think it's When the Sun Goes Down, right? But we'll talk about it later. So When You're Home is her main song, aside from Brief. Brief sets up her story arc. When You're Home is her second story arc moment, where she's at her low point right now, trying to believe in herself. She doesn't want to listen, but Benny's trying to tell her, this place is better because you're here. And also it becomes like, you know, damn, and like Benny and Nina KISSING type of moment, you know. And they're all like, ooh, you know. Okay, the next part is the actual middle of the movie, the club. So the club is a fucking crazy ass place in Washington Heights, where the fucking choreography was amazing. Everybody's dancing, shaking their booties, everybody's like crazy. So Nina and Benny, this was in the film, this was after the quarrel where Nina faced her father being like, yo, I do not want to go back. This is how they treated me, man. So everybody's like, oh my god. And then like the father just couldn't take it, right? And then Benny tried to stir up to him as well. But Benny, after saying that, learned that Kevin literally sold off the store where they were all working at. It's like,
so
oh shit,
jobless.
Now they're unemployed now. Fuck.
Yeah.
Because of you, Nina, you done fucked us up. This is the struggle during the club. So during the club, Nina and Benny had a little argument. They're still not completely like in the argument yet. The club is also where the musical and the film diverges a bit. The club in the film, mainly the struggle during this song was Vanessa and Usnavi were going on a date to the dance floor, alright? But Usnavi, being a fucking dumbass, doesn't know how to talk to women, was trying to be presumptuous, being like, oh, you want to dance? Useless. And then like, oh, you want to drink and stuff like that. It's like, and then one point in the song where somebody asked her to dance, asked Vanessa to dance. It's like, no problem. You can go. I was like, really? Alright.
Yeah.
She didn't really want to go, but she was like, Usnavi's like, no problem.
Yeah.
And then Benny kind of low-key gaslit that point, right? Yo, she's trying to make you jealous. She's trying to make you jealous. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I can do it. I can whatever, you know. And then Usnavi went and hits on the girl right next to her who doesn't even speak English to dance. She goes way too hard, bro. She goes like, oh my god, she's gonna. If she went any further, she'll fucking bring her back home to a one night stand. For all I know.
Oh yeah.
She kind of went that far. She would probably go that far. And then it's like, and then it hits. The club is like, the whole fucking club wants to dance with Vanessa. She is the girl that everyone wants to dance with.
Yeah,
She's
she is
hot
the it
motherfucker.
girl.
Yeah, and then at the same time, Benny and Nina was like, was having fun. To be fair, in the film, in the original part of the musical, the club's main struggle was actually mainly right. It's still between Usnavi and Vanessa, but there was a secondary struggle between Nina and Benny. Benny in the musical was arguing with Nina about how he cost him his career, about he got us fired, and he was blaming Nina low-key, right?
Oh damn, the gaslit.
Yeah, he was blaming Nina low-key. So Benny was very upset during this whole part. So which leads into Blackout. You know, Blackout as a song was like, okay, at this point, the whole Washington Heights got a blackout, and they were in the club. It's like, oye, ¿qué pasó? Blackout. And then it's like, oh fuck, get the fuck out of here. Where are you, Vanessa? And then
You abandoned me.
And then Benny was like,
You abandoned
Benny, Nina. You know, everybody was like, where are you? I can't see you.
Where are you?
Yeah. You never even dance with me. You've been trying all night. You've been shaking your ass when I have on the bricks. It's like, bro. In the original, this was still a line, but the main Blackout as a song is actually sung by Benny and Nina in the original, not sung by Usnavi and Vanessa mainly.
Right. They didn't have that line.
No, that line is still in the
Usnavi and
musical.
Vanessa line. Oh.
It's just the majority of the song was by Benny and Nina in the musical version. Where the actual struggle was about, like what I just mentioned, about him trying to again
can't find each other.
Yeah, where Nina was very upset with how Benny was acting, about how he wasn't getting hired. So in the film, during the blackout, Benny was actually a pretty good person. He went back to the dispatch booth to try to help out because he saw an example was he saw somebody almost giving birth and needing help, right? Trying to find a taxi, but the taxi was already lost without the dispatch booth. So he went back to the dispatch booth, helped out. Kevin was like, oh, he sees the store is still got lights, and then he goes and helps Benny out. During this time, Nina actually didn't do much. Nina went back to where Abuela was to console with Abuela during the blackout, right? The salon ladies as well. In the film Salon Ladies, Usnavi and Nina went back with Abuela, which leads into the next song. In the original after the blackout, Abuela kind of went like, I think I've achieved my dreams already, and she'd be like, her mama was waiting for her in heaven. It's like, paciencia y fe. Basically, paciencia y fe basically means to have patience. In a world where Abuela came in as an immigrant, she was struggling because obviously at the time, the world was not very kind to immigrants. She literally kind of was an illegal immigrant at the time. But Washington Heights accepted her. She had to work as a maid, which was sung in the song, right? Originally, Paciencia y Fe in the musical was sung before the club.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh
Paciencia y Fe was not a song about her wanting to leave. Like, leave the living world, I mean. Paciencia y Fe in the movie, the song is the same song in both versions, but the goal of the song is different. In the film, the song is her accepting that she doesn't have to be here anymore. She has finished her life. Everything she wants to achieve is done. I have raised so many kids here. Everybody here has grown up to be really, really healthy, really, really good. We're fine. But in the original musical, right before this, the song's climax during the film was like, I'm done, mama. Can I leave now? Right? In the musical, it's like, what do I do with this winning ticket?
Yeah. She won the lottery.
Yeah. No, she won in the lottery for both the film and the musical. But the song, Paciencia y Fe, was actually about her winning the ticket.
Oh my god.
She won this ticket, but she already has achieved everything she wants. Why? What do I do with this money? Was the climax message lah, right? The main song is the same. The whole song is the same. It's about like, because Paciencia y Fe is about her story, right? where her struggles when she migrated into the US, and all the struggles with her and her mother, like between the old place back in Cuba or whatever. So Paciencia y Fe in the film literally leads into her passing away, and then Usnavi is like, Abuela, call the ambulance. Abuela, what happened?
Oh yeah.
So in the film, Paciencia y Fe leads into Alabanza, which is the send-off song by everybody.
Alabanza, yeah.
Yeah, but in the original musical, Alabanza happened after the reprised version of Paciencia y Fe. In the reprised version of Paciencia y Fe is when she passed away. Same position in terms of the playlist, right before Alabanza. But the Paciencia y Fe was a reprised version in the musical. Right? So it's like a recurring song, not a one-time song only. In the film, it's a one-time song.
Yeah.
Right. So we're mainly talking about the film version. I will get into the exclusive tracks from the musical version later. Next thing, Alabanza sending her off. That's pretty much the message about this. And then in between Alabanza and Carnaval de Barrio, the film had a whole message about how Sunny and Nina was actually activists for the Black Lives Movement, right? In a sense lah, where they were trying to fight for more rights for people here who are immigrants, coming like Latino, black people, whatever. Leading into the hottest day of summer, Carnaval de Barrio. It was still a blackout during this time. The day still... What the fuck is wrong with the government if they still haven't fucking get back the electricity?
Yeah.
There's no electricidad. Get off your butt. Avanza.
The government purposely turned off the electricity, or like very slowly turned off the electricity for the area, because they know it's a mostly immigrant live there, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's
the reason.
That's the headcanon lah. I don't know how
the
deep that actually
the
goes to the lore. Was it actually established in the movie?
I'm pretty sure there was an off remark about how the government purposely didn't really turn on the electricity fast, or like get to it as soon as possible.
I didn't manage to interpret that from the film, from my memory lah. So I'll assume that this is what happened, because the between the lines, this is probably what happened. But I remember the show didn't specifically say that, like, hands on. It's kind of subtle. But Carnaval de Barrio at the time, everyone was blackout, very down, very low vibes. And then our salon lady, right, was like, "What the hell is wrong with y'all? Why are you so weak to the summer heat?" Basically, right? Get off your butt and start dancing. Just party like normal. So they created the Carnaval de Barrio. The song was to get everybody start dancing and vibing. And also the main message was like, everybody here during the song was already at a point of the turning point of the movie lah. Like the salon ladies have officially signed their waiver to move to downtown. The Usnavi is now more firm about his decision. Obviously, he came back and reconciled with Vanessa after the fucking blackout. And Sunny was like, Sunny is like, "Oh no, you're leaving us?" That was one of the things. But the second thing was about Benny and Nina officially being known as a couple. And then Sunny was like, "He was my babysitter first."
Yeah, that was so cringe.
Yeah, but he's a kid. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. So Sunny, right?
Sure.
In the original musical, this was where this part, I believe lah, was Abuela hasn't passed away yet. Carnaval de Barrio actually was before Alabanza in the original musical. So Carnaval de Barrio is like in the film version, also. It's like in the film, it's like kiss him up to God, Abuela's in the sky, something like that lah, right? So kiss like pray to Abuela, not to the lotto, because in the point of the film, he still didn't know they won yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the musical, she already told Usnavi that they won. And she told him that she will split 3-3-3 in thirds. Abuela 1/3, Usnavi 1/3, and Sunny 1/3 in the musical. Right. So but Carnaval de Barrio, that's where it diverges also, which is where the timeline is different. In the timeline here in the film, Abuela passed away, so the line for Usnavi is pray to Abuela while we celebrate our culture of being like immigrants been coming from Puerto Rico, Cuba, whatever the fuck, right? And then yeah. But in the film it's like it was about him going to move away. Because in the film and the musical, he already made a choice that he wanted to move, right? He told everybody he wanted to move in this song. But the reason why he was moving in the film wasn't because he had money. He's convinced that he can go now because the guy told him, you have the money now, you can go. Right? There was a other guy in the film where he told him, you can now go now. But in the musical, he has the money because of the lotto. Now he can go now. Right, so in the musical also, he was assuring that we're not leaving you behind, Sunny. You get a third of the money. Okay, but in the film, there was more struggle between Sunny's father and Usnavi. Usnavi was trying to convince the father that his career is so bright. We need to help him with his career. Let him come with us to Puerto Rico, maybe. But Sunny obviously doesn't want to go. So that's also one plot line that happened lah. Carnaval de Barrio, I think it's available on YouTube.
Yeah, Carnaval de Barrio is...
Not officially.
Yeah.
Alright, next song, When the Sun Goes Down. Benny and Nina, this was after the blackout, from what I understand. Maybe a few weeks or like days after. In the musical, it was literally the end of summer. In the film, I think it was just a few days or a few weeks maximum. The timeline is very weird between the film and the musical. So When the Sun Goes Down is like their closing song between Benny and Nina. Now they're officially a thing. And here Nina officially has regained her confidence and her desire and ambition to go back to her college or university to bring back the career, to get to prove to make them proud lah, basically, right? And Benny will assure him, no matter what, come back if you want. I'll always be here. Can I go visit you? Yes, that's also part of the lyrics as well. I don't 100% remember the full song right now off the top of my head, but yeah, When the Sun Goes Down is in the film, right? They created a whole fucking rotating set. You know how they lean on the wall, right? And then they somehow walk on the wall.
I thought that was
because
CGI.
that thing was that was not CGI. That was a fucking rotating wall.
Damn.
Yeah, it actually rotated on, and then they started dancing on the side of the wall, right? And then they slid back into the freaking fire escape. That was when the freaking rotating wall went back to normal. Crazy, wow. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Yeah, I think you can actually see the behind the scenes for this song as well on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Next song is Champagne. So here, during the point of the story, Usnavi has managed to convince the salon lady to be like the person who give the signature for Vanessa to be able to move out, right? He's my guarantor. So Champagne was basically Vanessa trying to say thank you and quote unquote practically confessing to Usnavi. I'm so grateful for all you've done, and I don't want you to leave. Don't leave. I want you here with me. Right, pretty much. But Usnavi being a fucking dumbass when I'm being so fixated on the fucking bottle of champagne. Yeah, I couldn't get this twisty thing off
so
this bottle.
There.
Put down the champagne, bitch. Where the plastic cups? I don't know where I put the cups.
The cups.
The bottle. Usnavi, I'm great with everything that you did for me. You know, it's like after the story, it's like you understand where Vanessa, because like Vanessa randomly fall in love after that. Because during Carnaval de Barrio, they also told like the salon ladies were telling her, but when Usnavi wasn't there yet, it's like, come on, Vanessa, you know he doesn't just think you as a friend. Come on.
Yeah.
Right? If Usnavi's your friend, you know that he love you. You get all your coffee for free. So Champagne was like evolved into a quarrel where fucking Usnavi was so fixated on moving that Vanessa couldn't convince him without a reason, right? So the finale song was Usnavi. It was actually Usnavi reciting the whole story of how he found that he wanted to stay in the Heights, in Washington Heights instead of moving back to Puerto Rico. Because during this champagne and finale,
Yeah.
during the song in the movie,
Yeah.
they actually managed to convince that Sunny, I don't remember the full story, was that Sunny and Pete was actually painting a mural in the shop while it was actually already fully packed, right? But then, no. In the film, Vanessa was walking down the street seeing rags painted by, that was used and painted away by Pete. So she went back home, got a newfound inspiration to make clothing with those rags, and then convinced Pete and Sunny to open up the shop to let Pete paint the mural, so that when Usnavi was leaving, brings him into the shop.
Artist.
This is what we want. Here is your Puerto Rico. Here's your like paradise. And then everybody sing, the islands are open, cool breezes blow. Yeah lah. So everybody was like,
Yeah.
and then everybody starts singing that part also. Piragua, Piragua, who clock survives Piragua. The background fucking hilarious. So this was basically the conclusion to everybody. Yo, on the street, like chilling in the heat, the world spins around while I was. Yeah lah. So Usnavi has accepted that this is his home. And then time skip to the point where throughout the film, Usnavi is actually retelling this story to a bunch of kids. And we assume that he was actually in Puerto Rico because the background was actually a fantasy of him actually there in the beach, right? But in actuality, it was the background of the beach, but it was actually painted. It was just a painted wall.
Oh, yeah.
Right? In the film, he was actually visualized as being in the beach itself in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And then it turns back and like, okay, so now she has a daughter with Vanessa, and then the climax is them playing in the, like, this is the beach, this is our home. And then they were playing as if like they were playing in the fucking beach. They fucking turn on the sprinklers, spraying everywhere, everybody's dancing, having fun. And the very significant thing about this is Usnavi passed down the legacy. He passed down this inheritance, which is his father's cap, to his daughter, passing the torch. Because he told the people, this cap that Usnavi always likes to wear is actually passed down by his father. So in the finale song in the film, he gives the hat to his daughter while he was holding him, and then the daughter smiles at the camera. Right? That's the climax of the movie. Very symbolic. Very, very nice. Amazing. And then the freaking credit song is also sung by Nina. Really good song, blah blah blah. Alright, Home All Summer. Listen to the fucking playlist, it's available.
Yeah. Oh, we home all summer.
See, I'm telling you, In the Heights, we talked for an hour already. I'm telling you, amazing. Anything you want to say about the fucking film version before I get into a little bit about the musical?
The film version. Oh yeah. That was we have a friend that watched In the Heights also. Right? And I remember this very clearly. He really didn't like Usnavi.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this applied to the musical, but in the movie, in the film, you can really
basically
see
he's
how
a little bitch,
like,
right? He's
he's
no
a
bitches.
little bitch. No, not no bitches. Maybe that, but like he's an idiot.
He
like
practically
what?
exuded virgin energy.
Yeah.
No, but that's understandable because when
he's
Lin
around with
wrote
Vanessa.
When Lin wrote Usnavi, he was basically portraying himself, because this was how he was back then, with how awkward he was with his fucking like girlfriend at the time, now wife. And this is pretty much the story. Low key, it's about fucking Lin and his wife. So get that. So in the original musical, there are a few tracks that are different. Number one, Brief came before Benny's Dispatch. It Won't Be Long Now is right after the Dispatch. No Mediga is after It Won't Be Long Now, which is very funny. But before No Mediga, the father, Kevin Rosario, actually has his own song talking about how his father treated him and how he wants to make things change the world because his daughter shows him the world. There's a whole song from Kevin's perspective about how
Of life.
he is working hard to give Nina everything he couldn't have back in the day. Amazing song. Okay, it's actually a really, really nice song. I don't remember if the mother is part of the song. I remember the father's the only one in the song. Alright, so when you're home, Christopher Jackson is the original, is the freaking guy. Christopher Jackson is the one I said, Lin's friend.
Benny?
Yeah, in the musical. And also George Washington in Hamilton. So, Sunrise is actually an extra song between Nina and Benny in the musical. One more song, Sunrise. And then it's Usnavi, Hundreds of Stories. I don't remember the songs themselves too much because I listened to it, but the film registered a lot stronger because it's a fucking visual audio experience, right?
Yeah.
So there's at least into Inutil by the father, Sunrise by between Nina and Benny, Hundreds of Stories by Usnavi, Priscilla Lopez, Enough. Enough is basically right before Carnaval de Barrio. It's about because in the musical there was a very heavy quarrel between the Rosario family. Nina was arguing with her father like a motherfucker. And the mother came in and freaking be the middleman. Enough is the song by the mother, where enough.
Okay.
You don't talk to her like that because you know better. Pretty much lah, right? You're very much scolding the father.
Damn.
Yeah, and then the next song was Atención after Carnaval de Barrio by the father. This time, after reconciling with Nina, he told her explicitly why. And also telling everybody, I think Atención was about Abuela's passing as well. Atención is a song about Abuela passing away. Right, that's what it is. And then Alabanza comes after that. And then Everything I Know by Mandy Gonzalez. Mandy Gonzalez is Nina. Everything I Know. So after Abuela passed away, Nina sings about her memories with Abuela.
Oh yeah, we didn't really see Nina and Abuela a lot together.
They had a scene in the movie.
They had a scene in like the dinner.
But they didn't have a song. No, before the dinner about like
really
her old mother's handicraft freaking handkerchiefs, right? Remember that?
Oh.
Like Abuela tried to see how much she can sell it for. Remember that?
Oh,
that was during the early part of the story also in the film. So here, in the original movie, this is a post-credit scene, Piragua reprise, where the ice cream truck breaks down, and then the Piragua man is like, I'm profiting like a bitch, bro. Mark about the prices. These bitches don't know better. Mr. Softy's truck is down. So
such a menace.
Yeah, those are all the songs that are exclusive to the musical. And also there's like actually really nice radio edit versions of the songs. In the Heights, It Won't Be Long Now, 96,000, and When You're Home. These are songs meant for advertising. In the Heights, there was like a more truncated version for ads, 96,000 as well. They actually blended it very well by cutting a chunk of it out. You can listen to it, it's pretty short. But I think that's it for In the Heights. In the Heights has popped off really well when it debuted as a musical back in 2008. So for those of you, now it's obviously gone. He only like ran In the Heights officially in Broadway for like at most a few months, right? At most a few months.
Yeah.
But the cast of the original musical often get together to have like a fan panel and sing the song. So you can actually see some of those on YouTube. Really fun. They sing it again.
Oh,
so,
that's interesting.
Okay, any more you want to talk about In the Heights, or should we move on?
I think we've talked enough about it, not gonna lie. I mean, there's like 1 hour. And
we can pretty much end the pod episode here. Save Hamilton next time, part 2.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so this episode turned out quite long. In the Heights alone was an hour plus, alright? So we'll end our episode here. Part 2 of this particular episode will be on Hamilton and continuing the story of Lin Manuel Miranda. So for those of you who like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you love about In the Heights, because it is an amazing musical and film. Please watch it. For those of you who want to support us, you can listen to all our audio version on Spotify, Apple Pods, and everything. And you can support us financially with our Ko-Fi down in the description below. Anything else, Apple? Sign them off.
Anything else? Watch In the Heights. It's on HBO. And it's so good. So yeah, that's it for today's episode on Too Much Free Time Podcast. I'm Apple.
And I'm Snivy.
Okay, hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you on the next part of this episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.